Alright, we're back with another video, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. This video is an ad, but that does not mean the video will not be entertaining, because it will still be very entertaining. You better watch it, okay? Alright, so if you guys don't know, there's this new game. It's called Forza Motorsport. Everyone knows Forza. And the really cool thing about this game specifically is that there's like a one-to-one scan of the tracks, so that the tracks in the game itself are like the exact same track. I'm talking about like the trees, the light posts in the background, everything like that. And so they sent me a photo of a track on Street View, and they're like, okay, can you find this? And then I was supposed to match the track one-to-one to the video game, which is pretty fun. Okay, so we're gonna go through that process, how we did it, talk through a couple of the tracks, and make a good video out of a very good game. So this is the first photo they sent me, and you're probably looking at this and you're thinking, Mr. Rainbolt, how are we gonna find this? This is a pretty hard photo to find if we're being honest with ourselves, especially because these trees in the back. For some reason, these trees right here, those look very like Australian to me immediately. That you're like, wait, where in Australia does this make sense? Doesn't really make sense very much in Australia with these poles and stuff like that. Also, like, you can't tell much by these shadows, so you don't have a compass. It'd be nice to know if like the sun was south. So if the sun is south, use the shadows, right, to be like, okay, you're in the northern hemisphere based off Street View imagery. Because if you were confused if this was Australia, you could get confused and look in the wrong hemisphere on tracks for a while. There is a limited number of tracks. I don't know if there is a track in Australia, so that also could probably eliminate the possibility of being in Australia. But the beauty is in the detail. And that's where poles come in handy, specifically the newfound meta in Japan and poles. We're going to enhance the image here, and this pole right here is our saving grace, because this pole is very country specific, but also region specific. There's about 10 pixels in here, that's all you really need. So we have a Chubu prefecture Japanese pole. You can see this triangle shaped thingy. See these pixels right here? That's a Chubu pole, right? You see that in the Chubu prefecture. And the only reason I know that is because of this doc made by Jacob. He kind of bailed me out, because if any of this wasn't publicly available information, with all the people that spend a lot of time learning Japanese transformers and things like that, I wouldn't have been able to do this video. So shout out to them. And show you guys an actual example. This is like the breakdown of the poles and why they're specific to, you know, different electric power companies in each region. Chubu right here. So there's different things that I wouldn't be able to tell because of the quality of the image was so far. Like, maybe this was on there, maybe different metas were there, but like, I'm not gonna be able to see the yellow text or things like that for obvious reasons. But I can see the triangle thing here, so you can see that type. And then basically from there, I just looked at the track list and I was like, okay, Suzuku is Japanese. And then there's also another one I think I saw, yeah, Hakone. I love how on the right side of my YouTube it has big and chunky with full red play. That's definitely not well, it's a great song. Anyways, so basically I saw Suzuka Circuit and I was like, okay, that's definitely a circuit in Japan. And so I was like watching the video. There's a pretty monumental Ferris wheel in the background. That's gonna be pretty easy to match, right? And so this is, I think, the actual thing I scanned to confirm. Yeah, so there's a Ferris wheel, but you can actually get a one-to-one, like that's pretty one-to-one, you know, like look at this. And so I was like, okay, that's obviously Suzuka Circuit. And I was like, okay, well, that's one big confirmation, but let's see how really detailed they went into like the one-to-one ratio of this game and like how one-to-one scanned it really was. And I was honestly, I know this is an ad and sponsored, but I was honestly pretty impressed. Like, I've tried finding different things that was like, there's no way this is gonna be accurate enough. So I was like, okay, these barriers, I wonder if the same color barriers are on this map, right? And so I was like scanning. So I think it was somewhere over here. Yeah, I was like, okay, well, it's literally the exact pattern with the red and green with the white. Like, that's one-to-one, which I thought was pretty cool. I was like, okay, that's impressive. But I was like, there's no way that like they got down to the wire, right? The fencing wire has to be different, right? So I was like, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 wires here. I was really pulling for straws here, okay? I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even know if this is standard across all. I don't think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4 wires like on this like bent out portion, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 above the barrier here. That is a wire, so 10 and 4, so 14. And so I was like, okay, let me come back here. I want to play this. I'm not even like, I know this is an ad and like I'm sponsored, but like I had fun like watching these videos trying to find this place. I'm like, I feel like I'd be kind of good at it, low-key. Also, like any place that like mimics a real life place is kind of fun to play, you know, because it's like you can sit there, it's like watching a movie and you're like, wait, that wasn't filmed there. But like for this instance, it's like, it's actually like one-to-one. It makes it kind of fun. It feels like you're playing GeoGuessr even if it's in a game. Anyways, so you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bro, they got the wiring down. That's a pretty impressive thing to get one-to-one, no? So I was like, okay, well, that's pretty much confirmed that this is the same track. Thoroughly impressed by that, honestly. Virginia International Speedway. Like, this was a really cool one. Obviously, it's Virginia. I mean, this one would have been obvious. There's like houses in the back on Street View that I saw. Yeah, like these. Like, that's so... The Audi is pretty cool, actually. Audi, Jaguar. But yeah, like, this is like the exact same on... Let's actually see for a second. I guarantee those houses are like right there somewhere. Yeah, It's literally the same thing. So that was pretty much the whole challenge Forza challenged me with. So luckily the people that researched the telephone poles and everything in Japan saved us a bit. Shout out to Forza Motorsport. This game is optimized for the Xbox Series X. If you guys want to buy the game, it is the link in the description. And I'm honestly probably gonna play it because it looks fun. I will probably nerd out over the realism of the game. If you guys want more videos like this also, but in the future of me like maybe going through video games, testing out how real they are. But this is a case where it's exactly 1-to-1, so it makes sense for me to do a video on it. But if you guys enjoyed this, subscribe or don't. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.